13 and a half, 14 and a half, 15 here and a half, 16 and a half, 117 and a half, 18 here and a half, 19 and a half, but he's 20, 120 and a half, 1 and a half, 22 and a half, and a half, 22 and a half, and
My name is Bobby Best, and I am Chance and Chase King's mother. It was hard in the beginning. They were 2 months early. They stayed in the hospital a week shy of 3 months before I got to bring them home. Chance was the first one that I got to hold, and the nurse came. He was a month old when the nurse came and asked me if today was the day that I should get to hold one of my sons. And my mom was there, so she got to hold Chase, and I got to hold Chance. And the nurse told us to quit crying or they were going to drown in our tears because it was a glorious day. They had seizures every day. They had a blood transfusion every Monday night. I had to sign a form for them to get blood. It was touch and go for a while. It could be a good day and the next day you'd be bawling because you didn't know what tomorrow was going to bring. Prayers. Prayers are powerful, and family. I have a wonderful family that supported me all the way and supported the boys. I couldn't have ever done it without my mom and dad because I was a single mother when I got pregnant. So, and I knew it was going to be that way. So it's kind of been the boys and I. Chance is oldest by 3 minutes, and he pulls his weight with that 3 minutes.
Stay up there, Chase. Stay.
He's outgoing. He's fun, loving, respectful. Not all the time. I gotta be truthful. I'm mom. Okay.
It's really cool to have a brother, actually. Some people say it's not, but actually it really is. It's nice. You actually have somebody to talk to and stuff. You're just not by yourself, really.
Really nothing hood. It's just basically just being a twin and watching out for each other, really.
He can be funny at times.
Chase's personality is, he's a little more reserved. He's a little shyer. So he kind of sits back and he will let Chance or I make the decision. And so we're working on that. I want him to be able to make those decisions. They're gonna be 18 next year.
Not really, I do look out for him. You know, if I feel like he's gonna get hurt or something, I will go help him out.
All our family, we're real good together and we all get along. And
they do fight, they do disagree. I have had to get between them a few times. Not proud of that moment, but I have. So, being premature, I was told by the doctor that it may be after they get out of high school before they actually catch up with where they should be. So, I mean, they will always probably be like 2 years behind. And I would say as far as disabilities, it's learning. They have a hard time reading and doing math. Yeah, chili cheese fries. That's
Go
what
to Eskimo Joe's and eat some chili cheese fries.
Oh yeah, it's, every time we go there, that's what I get, chili cheese fries.
They're good.
First time we went to Eskimo Joe's, I never got chili cheese fries because I didn't know what they were.
But now you know what to get.
But when Chance and Jonathan got them, I was like,
Now
try
you're
those
in
next
for it.
time.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
You know, when you talk about Special Olympics or special education or special needs, however you want to mark it, our kids, they participate in everything. They are very integrated with our total student body. Our total student body supports them. They support our student body. When we have send-offs, if our teams are going to a playoff or something in football or basketball or baseball, our special needs students that are also our Special Olympians, they're out there. So whenever they go to winter games or summer games, our student body goes out there and they send them off. So it's everybody kind of pats each other on the back.
They're true. I call them true because everything they do that comes from the heart. They're not worried about social issues. They're not worried about their cell phones. They're not worried about a lot of things that other students are worried about. They just want to live life, and I think that's what they show everybody.
Signature. Correct.
Okay. Now I'm on number 6.
This is my second year to work with both of them, and at first they were kind of really shy, didn't know what to do in the high school. Now they interact with everybody. They joke around with everybody. They have just kind of grown into these mature young men that would make any mother or coach very proud.
Fun thing about her, Coach Miss Gibson, is we get to do everything together.
As many times as we need to.
Some days we'll stay inside and play flag football or basketball or volleyball or whatever, but most times she'll take us outside and let us run the track. They're building a new one up there.
There's nothing wrong with it. Me and Chase would just rather be right here, but still, school is, we got to go and we'll go and do it. But we're real quiet in the halls, so most people don't say much to us. We don't interact like we should. We're just real quiet. Miss Gibson, she's still trying to get us over that.
We give them every opportunity to meet their challenges. We want them to exceed their goals. We're going to help them exceed their goals. We're going to push them to exceed their goals. And we want them to be successful because one of these days they're going to leave us, and we want them to be able to go and succeed in life.
They give everything that they can give. They don't ask questions. They give every bit of their heart and soul, and that's all you can ask anyone to do.
I like about when we go to the Special Olympic classes is we get to see all our friends, because when we come from school and we come home or on the summertime, we don't hardly get to see them any. So that's a fun thing about that.
We do look forward to the Special Olympic classes. It's really fun, especially our 6th hour. We have another coach, which is Coach Stout. He is also our coach with Miss Gibson, but he's our 6th hour coach, Jim, and he does interact with us. We do flag football.
Hey, very good job. Now you got 2 scores. You got to stop them on defense, okay? Let's go get them. Shelly's done a great job. Shelly is very involved in it. She's pushed everyone else to be involved. And had she not come and asked me, I wouldn't be involved. So she does need kudos for that. She just pushes for everyone to pay attention and just take into effect what is going on.
She's taken it to another level. I've been fortunate enough in my education career. I started out in the special needs area many years ago, and to see what she has done here for Catoosa and what they've done for the kids, it's really outstanding.
And I've got a good relationship with some of the parents here. It's wonderful. And the teachers. I love this school. I can't wait to see the boys walk across the stage from Catoosa High School.
Our mom, Bobby, she's really cool. She does do a lot for us. There's some homework that we do bring home that she don't like. Math, she does have a little problem with, but unless we got it. Reading, she'll help us out. With spelling, anything, she'll help us.
Well, I've been a partner now for 3 years. I'm my tutor, I play sports, I walk with him through the hallways. I mean, we joke around all the time, we text, we just go all insane. We're all just like best friends.
I think the Unified program is one of the best things that Special Olympics ever could have done, because it gives the non-disabled students a chance to see that these students really do have an ability instead of focusing on their disability. I don't know who it benefits more, the partner or the athlete.
Dominator's 20.
How many times does 4 go into 20?
5 times.
5. So what's 3 times 5?
It can totally change the perception of what someone with special needs is with that person, and it gives them an identity. You know, they're no longer the special ed kid. They're Bobby or Joey or Susie. It gives them an identity within their school.
Jump defense! Chase! Get in there. It's all right.
I didn't even know anything about it until the boys started high school. And last year was their first year in it, and I have seen them excel. I have seen them do so good in this school. I love Miss Gibson. She's a great teacher. She tries to be as fair as she possibly can with all the kids. They've made wonderful friends. I feel like I'm in my youth again, you know, when I go to the events, because, you know, it's flashbacks for me when I was in high school.
I actually have 2 classes with them, 6th and 7th hour. I have gym, and then my last hour is Aiden. It's an all-year program. We have so many tournaments, just area tournaments, which are you get little ribbons, and then state tournaments, which would be winter games, summer games. This year, nationals, which we are proudly attending for flag football. You know, it's every day we have practice, 6th hour. You know, I do my best to get with them on the weekends, and we all get together and like we party pretty much. I mean, we have parties at the end of the year, parties in class. It's every day.
And cross country.
She needs to be a partner.
She runs like 10 miles a day.
She needs to be a partner.
And being a team player is something that we really stress, and they learn how to interact with others, not only their Special Olympic athletes, but the non-disabled peers as well.
I think our mom interacts more than any parent there, not trying to put anybody down, but she does interact. Miss Gibson can see that.
They may not like it because they can hear me sometimes in the stand. Those are my boys, I'm so proud. I want the big finger, you know, that I can wave. That's my boy.
I love it.
I need one for each finger.
They're getting a support network because they're around other families who have special needs children. And so they can interact and have that little support group. Plus they see that their son or daughter is accepted by their peers, which I think is the most important thing, because some of them have never thought that their child would ever be able to compete. And this Special Olympics gives them an opportunity to be able to compete in different sports and be just like their non-disabled peers.
You know, when you find out, oh, I've got a son or a daughter, you know, that's born, and I've been informed through testing or what have you that there's some disabilities that they're going to have to overcome in their life, and Special Olympics is open-armed welcoming. And so all of a sudden, I'm not an outcast in any way, shape, or form. I'm part of another community within the community that we all live in. And Special Olympics is just part of that community, that's all. And we're an ever-growing community.
hit the ground running in August, and we do an activity almost every month. So they're able to do more than just come to summer games for 3 days and we're done. They participate in bowling and soccer and basketball and volleyball. And then they go to winter games. And then we do the spring sports, which are track and field and powerlifting and horseshoes and golf. And they're able to be out there all year long interacting with each other and their partners.
Oh no, we're busy all the time. I mean, we're constantly doing something, whether it's fundraisers or events.
Special Olympics gives them an opportunity to be on the field and compete. Several of these athletes have never even had the opportunity to compete. So this gives them an even playing field.
Hey, flex. Could be girls watching.
That's all right. Chance, you can get buddy. Come on, guy, you got this. Come on, babe.
This is thing too.
Come on, get it. Shoulders back, come on.
Down.
Nice and slow. Control it.
We've been involved with Special Olympics for quite a while. I think the Special Olympic athletes enjoy coming into our facility where our athletes train year-round. I think the big thing that our athletes take away from the Special Olympics actually is just the enthusiasm and the competition and the love to compete at whatever level that may be. And our guys really enjoy watching them have excitement and experience success.
Well, it all comes right back down to the athletes and Coach Gibson. I mean, there's no limit to what these athletes can do. People may say that, you know, they can't do that much, like a boy with Down syndrome can't run that fast or whatever, you know. They try so hard each and every single day. There's literally no limits.
We went to nationals to New Jersey for flag football.
Well, my first time being on an airplane, I didn't like being on it. I mean, I never went up in the air. And
our football game did really well. We got 4th in the nation. We had some teams that were a little bit rough, others were a little bit more, it was a little bit easier to beat some of them. It was kind of competitive all the way through it, really. It was, they just give you a run for your money, really, but it was nice.
You know, Bobby and I had a conversation one day, and she told me, she said, when the boys were younger, I never thought they would ever be able to compete. She said they came to the high school, they got involved in Special Olympics, and it's the feeling she gets when she watches the boys compete, just like everyone else. She said it is amazing. She said, I never thought they would be part of a team and be able to go out and play, just like every other normal kid. And then when they get the recognition that they do for being involved in that team sport and through Special Olympics, it almost brings tears to her eyes because these boys weren't supposed to ever do that.
Why is the Super Bowl important? You know, it gives those kids that opportunity to succeed in an activity. You know, in all honesty, there's a lot of times that may be the only time they get some kind of thrill like that. and it's just a good deal.
Oh, to be a team player, I think they've learned that. The confidence, the support that they get from all the kids, whether it's an athlete or a partner. It's a close-knit group of kids, and it's wonderful. I love it. I'm excited about what it's going to be like the next 2 years.
After high school, I just hope to come out here and work for Jodan like we're doing now. That's all we've dreamed of doing. That's all I've dreamed of doing.
That's what I really want to do, is come out here and work for Jodan and help our grandpa out. I want to keep right here.
I mean, things can change. It can change tomorrow, but right now their dream is to work for Jodan at the Tulsa Stockyards. That's their life dream. Walking in their grandpa's shoes, doing exactly what he's doing. They love that.
We've been here 10 or 12 years, something like that. They do all my labor. Unloading trucks, loading trucks, feeding cattle. Just, I stand and tell them what to do. Oh, you got to kind of push them every now and then. I just kind of have to look at them. They save me a lot of footsteps.
Both of them are really fun. We get to, usually when we go to, well, our grandpa and grandma, they'll both go with us when we ship cattle, and we'll have her drive the feed truck, and we'll have him out there on horseback with us, and that's usually how we gather stuff.
Well, Chase and Chance, they've been around as long as Bob and Sandra's been here, and they grew up here. They were really, really small when they started here. And anyway, they amaze me. They can run any piece of equipment that we have here on the yards. The tractors, the skid steer loaders, the lawnmowers. They ride their horses all the time. And like I said, they've grown up here, and they're really a big help.
We can do just about anything, really. We can run equipment, just anything you ask us, we can do, really.
Oh, yeah, if it was just me and Chance out there working right now, we could probably get all of it done and do it all together.
Well, our favorite thing is basically just helping our grandpa, doing stuff for Jodan. Working equipment's really what we like doing.
Yeah, and it's free and open. We get to do everything.
Oh yeah, I can see Chance and Chase, both of those boys. I can see them here for forever, and they love it.
I tell people they need to come in and see and be involved just one time. And then they get the true impact of what Special Olympics really is. You can talk about it all day long, but until you are actually hands-on involved, you're not going to get the true meaning of Special Olympics.
It's benefited me tremendously. They've taught me more than I've taught them. These kids need our love, and we give it to them every day, and I wouldn't ask for anything else.
I think that no matter what, you can do anything you want. And I think those kids are real supportive to the athletes that way. You can do anything you set your mind to. And I tell the boys that all the time.
If you get to know some of these athletes, there's no turning back. You can't just join for a second and just turn away. If you really get to know somebody who has special needs, it's like you're meant to be there.
You faster than your brother?
I am. I'm the kind of small one, but I'm still fast.
Okay.